Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this rare evening stream, where I will be biting my nails along with you all. And hoping for some sweet Zelda. Hi. So here in Cheeseland, it's 11 o'clock, or 10:30, which is Timmermans' bedtime. So don't expect too much energetics from me this stream. But I was watching this anyway, so I might as well watch it with you all. That's a lot more cozy, especially during all the farming games that'll be going on. Farming games. 1:30 in California. That's a reasonable time. It's Wednesday, right? So probably lots of people at work or at school, so that might not be ideal either. But whatever, we're here. We're gonna have some fun. And I've got like a gazillion windows open for my streaming setup. So if there's anything a little bit weird with the audio or with the video, please let me know. So let's give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Aspiring Hero Games says, I so hope they show Zelda early in the direct. Yeah, same here. I was just saying to my wife that they've saved Zelda for last so often, which is of course understandable because they want people to stick along in the direct for long until the end to see all the other games. That's the idea of a direct, right? It's cross-promotion. But they've done that a lot, and at this time it starts becoming a bit of a known quantity that Zelda will be, if Zelda is there, it will be last. And would it be nice if there was a different surprise this time, just to switch things up a little bit. Tori, welcome. Bunley, Lazarus, Victoria, Random Citizen, Grix. Zelda was the one more thing last time when Mr. Koizumi was presenting. That was fun. There actually was Zelda. Which is always good. It's pajama time. Shoobity-boo, dippity-boom, putty-boom. Catnap's Art, welcome. Altarf, Elias Skyhawk. Guru. Hello. Jonathan, welcome. Farmblight Ganon. Buck, buck, buck. Buck, 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 buck. Victoria says, I've never been so nervous for a direct in my life. Yeah. I kind of understand, because at this point, like, we should be getting, like, some real meatiness. Right? This should be the trailer of trailers, so to speak. But you never know with Nintendo. I'm just curious what Mr. Anuma's new haircut is. He had a very swanky haircut last time. Yinjaws, good evening to you as well. I'm doing very well, Guru. I've had a bit of a weird day because I've been anticipating this direct and I've been trying to save some energy. I've been working on some composing work for Soulstalker, which is always great. Being able to compose for a living. Anytime that happens, that's fantastic, of course. Already meditated today, just before the stream, so I can jump into my bed immediately after things have wound down. Good morning, UA. Hey, Lawrence. Will we get a full main theme? Take Real asks. You know, this would be the perfect time, in my humble opinion. Now, this should be what was for Breath of the Wild the E3 2016 trailer. Kind of feel like it's time for the equivalent of that. Because before that trailer, Breath of the Wild also had a few smaller teasers, which kind of remind me of what they did with Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah, I wouldn't bet money on it because it's Nintendo. They're unpredictable, which is fun. Sometimes, sometimes it's challenging. Anyways, but I think it's reasonable to hope for a main theme. Jared says, I'm super lucky I can listen in while I work. Quite excited for this. That's nice that you're able to do some stuff and then listen in every time you've got some brain time to spare. Rem Citizen says, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Zelda. They can't possibly not show Zelda. The only way when they can not show Zelda if they say at the beginning of the Direct, there will not be Zelda in this Direct, there will be Zelda in a special Direct which will air then and then, and which means I'll go to bed early, which is a plus. Hi Tristan, de Nederlandse representatie is aanwezig. Oh yeah, Dutch power. I'm not a nationalist, no worries. Tristan asks, is je achternaam echt de man of is het je artiestennaam? Is your last name really the man or is it your artist's name? It's really my last name. It's kind of a weird name. So Tristan is Dutch, and he also hasn't really heard of my last name too much. There are a few people with the surname De Man. One of those is a well-known video game music composer in the Sony circles, which is Joris De Man, who wrote the music for stuff like Killzone and Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West and stuff. So he has the same kind of rare surname as I do. So one day Joris and I will have to drink a cup of coffee and find out our lineages and see if we're related in any way. But probably not. I don't come from a musical family, so would be really nice, but I don't expect that. Ha! Mandelion says, got off work early by coincidence. Divine intervention. Praise be Hylia. Smallest Taz asks, one mouth trumpet piece for every farming simulator. Okay, I can't promise that, but we'll keep it in mind. Aspiring Hero Games says, if by some horrendous reason there isn't a Zelda announcement, then a Farm Blight Ganon cover would be hilarious. Good evening, Silly. Silly says, you started to imitate a cuckoo when I was starting to eat some. How about we do a farm Zelda cover? Every time a farming game is announced, I'll do a little cuckoo cover. How about that? Shoop, 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 shoop. Yue says something we've been fearing all along. We regret to announce that due to unforeseen circumstances, Tears of the Kingdom has been delayed to 2024. That'd be something, alright. I'd really feel for the developers because they probably want to wrap this up after so much time. Hey, Toonforge, welcome. It's nearing 11 o'clock in the evening here for me. So sometimes I'm a little bit woozy. Oh, Jonathan says I have a work meeting on the hour, so I'm sad I'll miss it live. Oh, that's rough. Maybe you can spend 40 minutes on the toilet. Nobody will notice. Hey, Yartini. Yartini says, I'd love to stay and watch the direct, but unfortunately I have to go to work. Hope the stream goes well. Thanks for stopping by anyway. Exomenta says, hello everyone, I ran away from my job just because of this. You ran away from your job permanently, or what happened? Hey, Beethoven music, welcome. 20 minutes to kill, huh? How you doing? I'm kind of sleepy, honestly. So I'm not going to challenge myself too much with weird piano stuff, but I'm afraid I'll have to challenge myself with lots of chicken sounds at the very least. But boom, 14 minutes, random citizen. So yeah, you might be able to watch the entirety of it. Para cuckoo. You know what I would like? I would like if Zelda was either at the start or in the middle. The start, like, okay, so here is a super meaty, juicy, awesome Tears of the Kingdom trailer. It's still coming out in May, and here's an awesome main theme. And then they have the entire direct open for new stuff, because we don't know anything about the stable of games after Zelda. Jonathan says, I'd love to run away from this meeting, but I'm leading it. Yeah, they're probably going to notice if you spend the time at the toilet. Oh, your teenie says, I'd love to run away from my job tonight thanks to a bad migraine, but it's too late now. Ah, that sounds rough, man. My wife has regular migraines as well. It's can be really debilitating. Hope it gets better soon. She's using, she's tried a few, like, medicine against it, and one she ultimately had to try quite a few until something actually worked. Some of them worked, but she felt like a zombie, so that's not really... You're kind of trading the migraine for feeling like a zombie, so that wasn't an option. Now she has one that feels reasonably alright. Not sure what it's called, but yeah, you probably have tried lots of stuff already. Shoo-be-dee-dee-dee. I do not know much music, spirit tracks wise, Guru Guru. I mainly know the main theme. Yeah, Yindraл says, if they start or go with Zelda in the middle, I think there may be a slim chance they'll end it with the rumored Prime remake, which would also be exciting. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Of course, they can also go full Smash Brothers on Zelda and just essentially make this the Zelda Direct. Like 2018 was Smash Brothers year, and every Direct's big moment was another Smash Brothers announcement. So maybe this will be all Zelda all the time, which would be fine by me. As long as we don't have to wait until the end and then get something that's like a minute long again. Oh, that's so nice, Examente. Tuneforge says, by the way, Tim, if they drop a Tears of the Kingdom trailer, I challenge you to a race to post a piano cover. Okay, so how it's going to go down, Tuneforge, and you can do your, you can have the advantage. Probably when the Direct has ended, and Zelda was there, I'll be chatting a little bit with you about it, and maybe like analyzing little bits of it. Then I'll probably download the video, or I'll use the recording I'm making, and then upload a segment for my channel for those sweet search engine optimization clicks, for anyone who's looking for Tears of the Kingdom reaction material, and then I'll pass out on my bed. So, not sure what time it is at yours, but you can, you know, if you're in my time zone and you're younger than I am, or more energetic in general, you can just pull an all-nighter and you can beat me to it. Hey, Oscar, welcome. Beethoven says, I was thinking that go with Prime first and then end it with Zelda. Wouldn't mind that at all. Takriel says you could do a podcast with your soothing voice. Thank you so much. Altarf says, I just wanted to tell you that your music inspires me a lot while I'm drawing, so thank you. Keep bringing us your beautiful music and let's watch some Zelda. Will do, Altarf. Glad to be of service. Silksong, yeah, the Silksong folks have also been waiting for a very long time for anything. I did like the weapons breaking, honestly. I think Breath of the Wild is more interesting when you're constantly forced to switch your tactics. So if there's a certain tactic that's like always working, then the game does become stale. Even though as a player you're looking for that tactic. You want that one weapon that always works, and you want to have that strategy that always works. But a game does become, to me at least, stale if you have a winning strategy. And what Breath of the Wild does really well, at least the first few hours, is not really allow a single winning strategy to emerge. You constantly have to improvise, essentially, new winning strategies. And I think that's a very interesting way to keep a game fresh. So, in my opinion, the weapon breaking stuff that can stay in. In my opinion, they can even maybe turn it up a notch in some way. So you're picking up even more weapons and you're breaking even quicker, but maybe throwing the weapons has some interesting effects. So maybe throwing a fire weapon has a fire blast effect, or maybe throwing a ice weapon, I don't know, does something with ice. And then if they have a more smooth menu experience, so that switching to a new weapon goes quicker, for example with a radial menu like they had in Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess, I think that could be a great game flow, to just constantly be on your toes and seeing your weapons more as ammunition actually than as weapons. I think that'd be interesting. The Coffee and Cheese podcast. And Monster Maze had the idea to do podcasts in the future, so maybe he invites me to be a guest. That'd be nice. Hey Xavier and Jerry, welcome to this late night. Tim is kind of tired, but we're all sure that Zelda will be there stream. In Chile, that's a nice time actually, like 7 p.m. That's an ideal time for some direct goodness. Manny Lion says, I'll be happy if they make the mop and soup lid more durable. I might have already said this, but I'm currently doing an underpants run, a pantsless run of Breath of the Wild. It was an idea I thought up with my son because we wanted to do another Breath of the Wild playthrough. And Breath of the Wild lends itself really well to self-imposed challenges. So we're doing an underpants run, which means we don't get to wear armor and we don't get to upgrade our hearts. And he got kind of bored when I was, we went to Hyrule Castle immediately. We got some high-level weapons and we started chopping guardians up in our underpants. And then when we did that, for him, the fun was kind of over because you can't top beating guardians in your underpants. So I'm now continuing the playthrough on my own. I just beat a Water Blight Ganon first time. And in addition to seeing how much fantastic level design there is in Breath of the Wild, if you're not constantly gliding everywhere, which was English. That's what I was doing the first few playthroughs. Lots of interesting level design, and also if you limit yourself like that by not wearing armor, for example, not upgrading your hearts, the heart I got from Varuta I turned into stamina, for example. The game stays fresh much longer because you have to use the tools you're given, and you can't just tank hits all the time. So that's very cool. I can recommend doing a pantsless Breath of the Wild run. Jerry says, my friend Alex doesn't need a run. He plays when he comes to my house and he just refuses to wear pants from the get-go. I only wear the Zora armor when I want to go up a waterfall. That's allowed. Chuck Colabut says, nearly forgot about the direct today, so I'm very glad that this video popped into my recommendations. Love your streams. Glad to have reminded you. Hopefully it's worth it. You can ask your money back at the counter if there's no Zelda in the direct. Maybe you could play the Song of Awakening from Majora's Mask, so everybody who's tired wakes up. I'm not sure what song that is, and honestly, I'm kind of scared to touch any of my gazillion windows, which are open at the moment. But I can play something energetic to hype everybody up. I think that's an excellent idea. Hey, Lavinko. Yue says, I'm pretty tired, not gonna lie. I don't usually wake up this early. Did you say how early you woke up, Yue? Because you're in Asia somewhere, right? Hey, smiley face. Lavinko says, hey Tim, I stumbled on your Path of the Wind arrangement and other Zelda stuff like a year ago, and I loved it, practiced it, and it inspired me to keep playing the piano and improve my playing. Thanks to you, I played it in front of a professor recently. Oh, that's amazing, Lavinko. I'm so glad to have assisted you in that way. Close to 6 a.m. I did that, UA, in 2017. I woke up for the Switch presentation, which was also at 6 a.m. Dutch time back then. That was completely worth it, but I was like, it's completely worn out at the end of that day, because that day I did do a piano arrangement of the 2017 trailer music on the same day. You spent the entire day arranging and practicing and stuff like that. Oh, Sam, thanks so much for the kind words. Sam says, hey Tim, just wanted to say before the direct starts that I've been following you for a while now and I really like your arrangements. You always get me teary-eyed. Thanks for the kind words. I do like being nice and sentimental. Let's just say that. Stijn van Ravenswaai, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, looks Dutch, says, thanks to you, I started playing the piano. Absolutely love the Hyrule Castle arrangement. Bedankt for inspiring me. Dankjewel, Stijn. Hyrule Castle was the video that kind of turned this channel into something viable. I'd kind of given up on the channel, actually, after I uploaded Hyrule Castle. So I kind of left it simmering for a few months, and then I returned in the beginning of 2018, and Hyrule Castle was doing crazy numbers, and I was like, okay, maybe this YouTube thing does work. Yep. Yeah, Smallest Taz says, I had already heard you say the word jazz like that before you opened your mouth. Yeah, I'm becoming a real dad with my dad jokes and being crazy predictable and stuff like that. Oh, Jerry. At the Friday stream, Jerry was working on with an industrial sanding machine, like something epic and something I didn't really know even existed. And apparently he got his finger stuck in a machine. Oh my god. Oh. Hope you'll be doing well soon, Jerry. It's directing time. We're directing our attention to the direct. Oh, turning it down a little bit. Is it Mr. Takahashi or is it Mr. Koizumi? Hey? Oh, this Pikmin, probably. Ooh. I like the music. Oh, those birds look very cute. Like how weird the music is. I have played bits of Pikmin 3, by the way, but it hurts so much when one of my Pikmin dies that I had to stop playing the game. I'll get my cursor out of the way. That was an amazing Zelda story trailer. Yeah, I love that Zelda's finally playable. Not sure what she's wearing, though. Yeah, I do think that Pikmin is actually a game for people who have no heart. Because you're constantly killing these cute creatures. That's a spicy hot take, isn't it? Poochie! It does look very good from a technical art standpoint. Boss fight time. Ugh. Pikmin are fighting some eldritch horrors right now. So they have a small rocket this time. That's fun. It's kind of weird how good this looks from a technical standpoint. They really nailed the art style here. Very cool looking. Hey. It's Malice. June?
Hello, everyone.
That's very
Takahashi,
quick.
And I'll be your guide for today's
It's
Nintendo
Mr.
Direct.
Takahashi.
That was the latest trailer for Pikmin 4.
Pikmin does not count as a farming
Feature
game.
was spotted.
I'm
What
sorry.
kinds of things will it show us? Please look forward to more
I
information.
do really like the tilt shift
Let's see our
style
first batch
they have.
of Nintendo Switch headlines.
It's the first batch of farming games.
Hero is a real gem. Introducing Volume 3 of the Xenoblade,
Xenoblade?
Chronicles 3 Expansion Pass DLC.
Is that a JRPG?
Say hello to Masha, the newest hero and a refined Lapidarist. She can use special ore to
I'm
craft
sorry, I really have to
accessories
restrain
and
myself
bestow various effects.
to not make Xenoblade fans mad for fun.
Elements are also being added. Select only one character
I'm sorry.
and battle wave after wave of enemies. For every win, you'll earn more heroes and special abilities.
Oh, so it's like a horde
Pick up victories with your
mode.
heroes and set your sights on the final stage. You might also get special in-game outfits as a reward. And coming in Volume 4 later this year.
Tell me why! Is this really what you want? Nothing's gonna get through to him. He's a heartless machine. Like killing Granddad wasn't enough for you?
Volume 3 of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Expansion Pass for the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 game launches on the Nintendo Switch system February 15th.
Oh, that's quick.
Shake it, amigo!
Xenoblade requires a lot of farming according to UA. Citation needed. Oh, that's a different kind of farming. That's very clever, actually.
Grab your Joy-Con controllers and gently shake them like maracas to match the targets during a song.
Yeah, I don't feel like the target audience.
Follow the instructions on screen to pose and dance. But the unexpected might happen, so stay on your toes. Why not dance with a friend to predict your compatibility in love chat?
Jerry Loveless says, it's always surreal when I'm watching Tim the Man doing something other than play the piano. Breaking news. I actually sometimes do something different than playing the piano. I also
Those
drink
with the
coffee and
lowest
sleep.
scores in each round will be eliminated. Keep the beat and aim for first place. 40 songs
I do like how like
spanning a
arcadey,
multitude of genres from around
like
the
a
world.
Sega arcade
So grab
game.
those
This looks.
controllers and
That's fun.
get shaken when Samba de Amigo Party Central shimmies onto Nintendo
Oh, it's actually a
Switch
Sega
this
game.
summer.
Wow, that's on brand. Gospel music. That's cool.
Got a passion for
Got a
fashion?
passion for fashion.
Welcome
Batman.
to Fashion Dreamer. This is the place to glam it up.
Am I allowed to
Express yourself.
kind of smack talk
Here,
over the
you aim to
direct?
become a
Let me know in the
stylish
chat if I'm allowed to
influencer.
smack talk.
And you're in luck. Tons of people are seeking the latest trends.
Where are the farming
If you
games?
dig their style. Or suggest new
Very,
outfits for
very
them to grow
disappointed.
as an
There's no
influencer.
farming games. The smackier, the better.
For fashion design. Choose from over 1,000 design options. Then add a personal touch.
You know, what if all the clothing was actually alive, and every time when you were kind of choosing a new clothing style, clothing was actually like emotionally very hurt that you were picking different emotion or different clothing over it. That'd be interesting. Would you like to break these shoes' hearts? Fashion Dreamer Armageddon. I'm sorry, it's a little bit late.
Delve into these dark worlds. Dracula's Castle beckons in this new paid DLC for the roguelite action
Oh, yeah.
platformer.
This is the
Dead Cells.
Castlevania DLC.
Venture through the castle's hellish halls and outskirts alongside Richter Belmont and Alucard, leading up to a showdown with Death and Dracula himself.
This kind of has a
Wield
Crypt
the
of the
Vampire
Necrodancer
Killer and other iconic weapons as you vanquish
Cadence of
legions
Hyrule vibe.
monsters in frenetic combat.
that a
12
indie
original
developer gets to
covers,
use such
51
a
songs from the Castlevania series accompany
property.
you during your quest in Dead Cells. Return to Castlevania, sinking its teeth into Nintendo Switch
Cool.
March 6th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Jorn asks, Tim, how certain are you that you're not involved in the music of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom?
Puzzle adventure set within the Tron universe. Uncover
I'm not at
dangerous
liberty to
truths and
say.
retrieve what was lost as you navigate through a perilous world.
Oh,
Your decisions and the alliances you forge will impact your journey and the entire
One thing's for
server.
sure, if I was in the credits for a Zelda game,
Launches first for consoles on
I would
Nintendo
hang it on the
Switch
wall,
this
like all the credits. Like, plaster my walls in the credits with my name on them.
Wait, is that? Well, that can't be good.
Fiddly-deep.
The time-bending murder mystery Ghost Trick returns in HD.
Ghost Trick is quite an old series, right?
Becoming a ghost, you can possess and control objects. With your powers,
That's
you
kinda
can
cool.
even help others, like this woman, and change any ill
Random
fate
Citizen asks the question we've been having on our mind.
fates.
Where are the farming games? The only farming game
Phantom
was
Detective
Xenoblade 3.
Spirits onto Nintendo
So,
Switch
seriously.
this summer.
They're really dropping the ball here. Sorry.
Two connected worlds, one suspenseful thriller.
Your farming thrills. Mate.
ついに来たな。ここがポリスセンター。
デカシには刑事訓練用の仮想空間、現実がコピーされた世界。
すごい。ここ本当に仮想空間なの？この事件のパズルを解き明かす。まだ30分も経ってないよ。そもそもこの事件には最初から違和感があった。この事件の犯人は
There's a composer going completely ham.
警察だ。おとなしくしろ。
武力兵器の使用はデカバングルにかざして申請よ。
ヒゲじじい、宝石強奪未遂で現行犯逮捕する。面白くないよ。ハーマードがカラフル猫ちゃんになってる。何が起こった？
誰かが電話を置き換えたんだ。
警察のシステムに潜入しプログラムを書き換えた。それって完全に犯罪だ。これが犯罪だ。この狂った 街では手段を選んではいられない。
The soundtrack sounds very cool.
豚どもは一匹残らず排除する。
Level 5, yeah. Might be related to Persona, the composers for this.
Once upon a time, there was a witch and
It's
a demon.
Bayonetta. There's a cat in there. A cat is a farm animal, right?
Bayonetta's origins as a young witch named Cereza. Seeking the power to rescue her imprisoned mother, she ventures deep into the Avalon forest ruled by fairies.
I'm going to that forest. I'm going to become a witch and save Mummy.
There, she'll encounter the otherworldly demon Cheshire. You'll
I think this is the
control
Cat
both witch and
Direct,
demon
by
at
the way.
same time. Harness
There was also a
Cereza's
dog in
magic
Pikmin,
and
so
Cheshire's
it's more like a
ferocity to travel through this
like a pet
mysterious and
direct.
dangerous forest.
pet cat,
They'll
pet
need
dog.
to work together in battle as well.
Let's go.
It's a very good looking
Cereza
game.
cannot attack and can only support Cheshire by magically binding enemies.
Like it straddles the line between hand painted and 3D rendered very well.
Or stop an aggressive one to focus on another.
That's very interesting.
Strategically use each character's abilities to win battles.
Watching this on a small preview window, so might be missing.
The duo
What's
will
happening,
gain
but-
strength as they continue their journey. By
Very good
obtaining
looking.
more powers, new paths
I'd say this
can
is
be opened,
even more good looking than
and
the
battles can be
proper
more
Bayonetta
easily
3.
swayed in your favor. Can Cereza and Cheshire find their happily ever after?
Cheshire, let's go.
Bayonetta Origins, Cereza, and
Cat
the
dog,
Lost
cat dog,
Demon
cat dog.
comes onto the Nintendo Switch system
Cat dog,
March
cat dog, cat
17th.
dog. Cat dog, cat dog, cat
Available
dog.
now on Nintendo eShop.
Lots of
How was
games.
that? Next, please take a look at this.
Okay. My son is still playing Splatoon, by the way. He's quite good. Also thinking of strategies all the time. With the metro station open, because that was the first thing I was looking at when I got the game. The metro station is open. Jelly farming? Jelly farming. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, it's the guy that can upgrade your gear. What's this? Expansion pass.
Introducing the Splatoon 3 Expansion Pass. This paid DLC includes 2 waves of content. The first wave is Inkopolis. Make this splat-tastic place from the original Splatoon game your stomping grounds. This is Booyah Base. It's got some pretty nifty weapons and gear. You might spot a few familiar faces alongside new shopkeepers. Products here are the same as the ones in Splatsville. so
What's
shop
that?
wherever you'll
It's
buy
like a
your
fried
Star
fish. Living fried fish person. That's awesome.
Table turf battle. The show.
So it's like an alternative hub?
Functionality all work in the same way here too.
This is Splatoon 2 hub, then probably?
The Squid Sisters will also perform here during Splatfests. Need a mix of old school and freshness? Then head over to Inkopolis. The first wave of this paid DLC launches this spring.
Splatoon secretly has lots of bops. Maybe not secretly, it just has lots of bops, but weirdly arranged. I like it. Ooh, more story stuff. I quite like the story in Splatoon 3. It was a little bit disjointed, but still interesting. Baka, baka, baka. Baka, baka, baka. Bika, bika, bika. Yeah, it's become a little bit too flashy for me. Very cool looking style. Side order. Ooh, nice with those fish. That's a very interesting style.
Wave 1 Inkopolis launches this spring. Wave 2 Side Order will launch in the future.
Very near, like, yeah, I agree.
Splatoon 3 Expansion Pass will be available later today on Nintendo eShop.
Yeah, I'm mostly interested in the single-player stuff,
Many people
especially if they're doing something
since its launch.
very different aesthetically.
Thank you all very much.
Marina backstory, it looked a little bit like that.
Players will be able to enjoy the game even more with the upcoming paid expansion pass. Please look forward to more information about Splatoon 3 in the future. Let's see some more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Doop 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 doop. It's quite fast-paced. This.
Adventure awaits Mickey and friends on Illusion Island. Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy.
Are those
Embark on a
farming?
new adventure to
animals?
find 3 magical books and save the mysterious island of Monoth. Run, jump, and swing to explore every nook and cranny of the island. By unlocking special abilities, you can reach new places and find secret areas. Cross large chasms with boost jump. Ground-pound barriers to open new spaces. And glide through the air to reach distant platforms and hidden areas. Each character's personality shines through in their actions. Up to 4 pals locally can brave the island. Share a hug for extra health. Play leapfrog for
What do you
larger
think of
jumps,
the
or
of this
drop a rope
like
to
new
lend a hand.
Disney style? My son's watching
Work
the new
together to
DuckTales.
save Monoth, and you might discover new
I'm really a
paths.
fan of the old Don Rosa
While exploring
cartoons.
the island, you'll meet
I think he really
unusual
fleshed out the
allies
characters
and
very well.
dangerous foes.
So I'm not
Study
too
their
hot on
movements
the
carefully to
angular
figure
new
out the
style,
secrets
but
to victory.
it's cool that they're making new stuff at least.
Join Mickey and friends on a high-flying adventure in Disney Illusion Island, swinging onto Nintendo Switch July 28th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Music is kind of luxurious, really. So that's cool.
More emblems are on the way.
Fire Emblem.
New emblems are coming to future waves.
The
of
voiceover
Fire
is
Emblem
becoming
Engage
serious.
Expansion Pass DLC. Wave 2 includes Hector, Emblem of Strength. Raise defense and unleash counterattacks.
Ba 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 da ba ba da. Angel of Grace says, I like the new DuckTales, but I don't really like the style.
Area.
Yeah, I think they kind of nailed the aesthetics of
Emblem of Revelation.
DuckTales with
Modify
the
terrain to hinder enemies.
with Don Rosa's work.
Wave 3 includes Crom and Robin, Emblem of Bonds. Overwhelm foes with
I'm really warming up to the Fire Emblem music, I have to say.
Veronica, Emblem of Heroes.
Recently I've been listening to some of the Premium Arrange work. Some of that's really good.
Recruit these new emblems.
Camilla,
Wave 4.
best girl.
Called Fel Xenologue will be unlocked.
Felxenologue.
Who is it that's putting your world in danger now?
Watch out! Assassin!
I've got all the Don Rosa albums. I've got the
Fire Emblem Engage
Don Rosa
expansion
library,
pass
which
for
is
the Fire
very
Emblem
nice.
Engage game launches on the Nintendo
I
Switch
read those
system later.
stories a lot with my son. Eee, that's nice for everybody who likes Fire Emblem.
Take control of your destiny.
Oh,
This is
damn.
Reverie, a world in which deities known as aspirations dwell. When a megacorp endangers the harmony between Reverie
Don't
and
nod.
our world,
What developer is that
future of
again? I
humanity
do know the
hangs in the
name.
balance. In this narrative adventure, harness your divine gift of
Yeah, I might do
clairvoyance
some more
to
Fire
travel
Emblem reactions.
between worlds.
I only
See the
scratched the surface
and
with the
decide
first stream, of
humanity's
course. There's
fate.
so much good music
Many
there.
branching story paths,
Oh,
along with
this
a
is like a
original
virtual
soundtrack
novel.
by Celeste composer Lena Raine set the stage for your journey.
Lena Raine is cool.
Eventually, you'll side with one of the 6 aspirations.
Oh,
like
this is the
bond,
Life is Strange, folks, right?
power, or chaos to change the story's outcome.
Ba, ba,
To
ba,
which destiny do you aspire?
ba, ba. Chaos all the way,
Reverie
chaos.
launches first for consoles on Nintendo Switch this June.
Okay.
These games will have you roll.
I like my games a little bit more gamey, but Lena Raine is
Octopath Traveler 2 is just around the corner. After today's Nintendo Direct, a demo containing the game's
Speaking of
opening
amazing
hours will be
composers.
available on Nintendo eShop. 8 new stories await. Which path will you take first?
Lome
Who will
Labyrinth.
your allies be? And where will your journey lead you? Venture through a brand new world in Octopath Traveler 2.
Probably won't
launching
play
on
it, but
Nintendo
I'll listen to the
Switch
music a
February
lot.
24th.
Because music is
Keep it
great.
rolling. Run around and collect oodles of
But I'm too
objects in
dumb
this
for
remaster
strategy
of We Love
games.
Katamari.
Lena Rain, I think it's like this.
A zoo and space? New features include playing as the young king of all cosmos in 5 new challenges.
I do like games like this that are like super trippy,
And taking photos with
and
a selfie camera.
kind of absurdist.
We Love Katamari Reroll plus Royal Reverie comes to Nintendo Switch June 2nd.
Holy donut frame rate drop.
Nintendo Switch Online members can play a free game trial of Katamari Damashi Reroll.
Da. I like the
Combine
music.
the powers of the sun and moon to fend off evil in this turn-based RPG.
Is this all the same voiceover, by the way? Because if it is, he
World.
really knows how to color his
From
voice.
all walks of life and devastate foes with timed attacks in battle. Complement your journey with enchanting melodies and retro-inspired tunes from the renowned Yasunori Mitsuda.
Oh yeah, this is the game where Yasunori Mitsuda co-composes
Sea of Stars sails onto
with a
Nintendo
very
Switch
lucky
August
Western
29th.
composer, I think.
A free demo will launch later today on Nintendo eShop.
I really like how they do the 3D shadows with the pixel art.
Online multiplayer showdown. Form 2 teams of 3 and challenge others to lightning fast battles.
There was a hamster.
Air hockey
A
style.
hamster is a farm animal.
Use each striker's skills to dominate each match. Change the course trajectory from afar.
I think this is the perfect moment for some farm animal music. Oh,
Back into the sprawling labyrinth. A collection of the first 3 Etrian Odyssey games is coming to
Oh,
Nintendo
I've heard of
Switch,
these games.
remastered in HD. Many treasures lie deep within a massive labyrinth. Its paths are intertwined.
oh, this is one of those very old school dungeon crawlers, like first person from back in the wireframe days or something.
By drawing the map as you explore, you can progress even further. Venture into the labyrinth with 5 adventurers. As the guild leader, you'll assign them roles.
I wish I
like
liked
the
more
allied
game
defender
genres.
protector or the ultra-fast Dark Hunter.
Because the music and the visuals for this look very cool.
Should you fall in battle, you can
Pencil and paper D&D vibes, yeah. Cherry Loveless says that was an amazing chicken impression. I practiced on my chicken impression all my life, so happy to
Plus, take advantage of new
have some
difficulty
quality there.
options and a new auto mapping function for smoother exploration.
Full chicken Hyrule Field composition,
Origins
please.
Collection launches on Nintendo Switch June 1st.
Yeah, if we get another game that's like
Also be available
obviously not
separately on
in
Nintendo eShop.
in our boat, or in my boat at least, I'll do some more chicken music for y'all. Chicken music.
Skills ready.
Oh, this is Advance Wars.
Calling all strategy fans. The Advance Wars 1+2 reboot.
That's nice for Way
campaign is only a
Forward that this
couple of
finally
months away.
gets to be
Join
released.
Andy, Max,
Even though I totally understand why they delayed it.
2 full story campaigns, each one filled with colorful turn-based tactical action.
Tim is really 12 chickens in a trench coat, confirmed.
Design your own maps.
12 chickens
share them
with a
friends.
nose.
Plus, go head-to-head in local and online play. Advance Wars 1+2.
That animated intro was
Comes to
very
Nintendo
nice
Switch
looking.
April 21st. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
April 21st. So they delayed it for sort of exactly a year. Kirby.
A new story will unfold in the Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe game.
Return to Dreamland.
Magolor, the interdimensional traveler from the main adventure, has lost his powers and must escape the realm between dimensions. basic attack and jump. To
Boyo?
regain Magolor's powers, you'll need to collect magic points by defeating enemies. With magic points, different abilities can be restored and enhanced. Improve Magolor's levitation, or increase his attack range. The order in which you restore his powers is up to you. There are over
Cool.
20 interdimensional stages to explore.
Music is going really
Up to
hard.
4 players on the same system can venture through this mysterious realm together. Can Magolor restore his powers and safely return to his world?
So it's essentially
Access this new epilogue after clearing story
an
mode.
entire new game, more or less. A new side game. That's cool. Kirby music won a Grammy last year. Was that the 8-bit
Nintendo
big
Direct,
band,
a
right?
demo will be available on Nintendo eShop.
The arrangement they did. Ooh, demo.
Up to 4 players can play a specially arranged demo with select stages and sub-games. Kirby's Return to
Return to Dreamland.
Deluxe launches on the Nintendo Switch system
Like
February
good?
24th.
Anybody
Pre-orders
played
are
it back in the day?
available now on Nintendo eShop.
Did have a Wii, but I didn't have didn't
We
play
hope
that
you're
one
looking forward
specifically.
To a new story in Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Next, here's some news about Nintendo Switch Online. Please take a look at this.
Played it as a kid, says Tuneforge. Thought it was pretty good. Hey, Game Boy Advance games too, because I really want to play Minish Cap.
Game Boy games are being added to Nintendo Switch Online. On Nintendo Switch, you can play these games anytime, anywhere, just like you could back in the day.
Except not in green.
Let's introduce the games that will be available at launch.
Oracle games, I haven't played those
Tetris.
either.
Arrange the falling Tetraminos and aim for a high score. Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins.
Not sure how
Reclaim the
well
castle that Wario
those
stole from
old
you.
Game Boy games hold up,
The
honestly.
Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening
DX.
was like the best one,
Awaken
and
the
they remade
Windfish
that
to
one.
escape Koholint Island.
Might be interesting to play the original.
Gargoyle's Quest. Save the Ghoul Realm as Firebrand from the Ghosts and Goblins series. Game & Watch Gallery 3. Play an assortment of Game & Watch titles.
Okay.
Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare. Solve a murder mystery on the supernatural Shadow Island. Metroid 2,
I'm a
Return
chicken.
of Samus. Destroy the Metroids hiding on planet SR-388.
Oh, I've got that one on 3DS, but I haven't played it yet.
Wario Land 3. Traverse a world that changes between day and night based on your actions.
Oh, I haven't played that one. It's a little bit later than Mario
Kirby's
Land,
Dreamland.
so maybe
Float,
Holds up a
inhale,
little bit
and spit
better.
out enemies in Kirby's debut title. You can use the Game Boy Pocket, or Game Boy Color screen filters.
That's cute.
Up to 2 players can play compatible games together
Doop
locally
doop
or
doop
online.
doop doop doop.
More games will be added in the future.
Oh, come on. I'd really love to play this season's games. Yeah. Minish Cap? Minish Cap was by the same director, right, as Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild?
Game Boy Advance games are being added to Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack.
Yeah,
Here are the games
that's
that you
awesome.
can play at launch.
Minish Cap. Minish Cap.
Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3.
What?
Play 38
We can already
extra
play
levels
those,
from
right?
the Reader
On the
accessory.
Super Nintendo thing.
WarioWare Inc. Mega Micro Games. Experience the origins of the lightning fast micro games.
I didn't have a Game Boy Advance, so this is a bonus for me.
Without hitting obstacles.
Doesn't look super exciting so far.
Mario Kart Super Circuit. Race in the first Mario Kart game created for a portable system.
Piddly-dee.
Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Venture through a zany world and fight with equally zany attacks. The Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap.
1, 2,
Shrink to miniature
1, 1, 1,
size
1.
and dive into a big adventure.
That pixel art is very good looking, by the way.
Local and online play is supported for compatible games, and up to 4 players can play together. More more games will be added to this library as well. After this presentation, you can play these Game Boy titles with the Nintendo Switch Online membership. Or play both Game Boy and Game Boy Advance titles with the Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack membership.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Gonna do Minish Cap as soon as I'm awake, probably tomorrow.
Will be playable on Nintendo Switch. And after today's Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to play the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance titles we introduced. Please look forward to more information about Nintendo Switch Online and Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack in the future. Let's see a few more headlines.
The original Metroid Prime is remastered on Nintendo Switch.
Oh my god, but can you be a chicken? That's the question. Very much looking forward to this. Never played the original, but I loved Metroid Dread. Already got goosebumps for some reason. Drop imminent. Like the bass drop. Ooh, it's the bass drop. The Chozo are sort of chicken people, yeah. Is this in-game? Some of this looks spectacular.
The first Metroid Prime game, originally
Yeah, if this is
released on the
like
Nintendo
gyro
GameCube
support as well,
system,
then this
has
is
been remastered
day one for me.
Nintendo Switch. Explore Talon 4 from the perspective of Samus Aran.
Talon
But
4.
beware, there's more to this alien planet than meets the eye.
Oh my god.
Visors are the key to your adventure.
Probably still 60 FPS, right? Like the original?
Info and clues on how to progress.
Klinkt als een termen, ja, moest inderdaad.
Depending on the situation, a certain visor may be required.
Maybe required.
When hostile creatures attack, keep them in your sights with the lock-on feature. Then fight back with beams, missiles.
I do have to say I like this voiceover, but he's a little bit hammy at
This
times.
remaster adds new dual-stick controls, allowing you to move around while separately changing your point of view.
Playing the heck out of
Also
this.
select a control style that recreates the feel of the original game, among other control options. Explore Talon 4 with your preferred playstyle. The digital version of Metroid Prime Remastered launches on Nintendo eShop later today.
What?
The physical version of the game will be available in stores
What?
February 22nd.
I suddenly have something to play on my Switch again after I finish my pantsless run.
Put your Master Detective skills
Okay,
to
wait
the
a second.
test.
I'm sorry, Mr. Master
This
Detective.
is the World Detective Organization.
It's time to simmer a little bit on the Metroid Prime thing. Is Tommy Tallarico going to put it on his credits page? Did you watch the H Bomber Guy video about Tommy Tallarico saying that he has the that he worked with Shigeru Miyamoto?
Alongside Master
That was a very interesting video.
Each one has a supernatural ability.
Moose, it can also be like a synthesizer
Investigations,
with a similar waveform to a theremin. Doesn't have to be a theremin per se.
disguise. Detect heartbeats and
Yeah, Graham, I'm doing a pantsless run of Breath of the Wild, which means that in real life I am wearing pants,
past crime
but Link is not wearing pants. Just to be clear,
These abilities can be shared with Yuma,
it's kind of too much information, right?
so use them to get closer to cracking a case. After
This is like a
evidence, a mystery labyrinth.
dark anime detective game?
Spot the inconsistencies and uncover the truth.
Okay.
Master Detective Archives, Raincode.
Did you do Age of Calamity pantsless and then in hard mode, or what kind of mode did you do?
Wings of the Heart take flight once more.
Oh, that's the GameCube
A
RPG.
remastered collection of
Oh,
Kaido's
sorry.
games, originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system, is coming.
Oh,
to
Angel of Grace,
Switch.
not committing to what?
After a long and peaceful era on the floating islands above Earth, the
On easy,
Empire's
yeah.
conspiracy looms closer.
It's kind of a grindy game.
Spirits dwell
Or a
within
farmy
the
game.
protagonists.
So this is an early Monolith game.
Empire across 2 different eras of war.
So if you like Xenoblade, you might like this. I do love pre-rendered backgrounds. I'm kind of curious how they upscaled those.
Team up with like-minded allies.
Like AI upscaling, probably.
Battles are fought using cards called Magnus.
Did Yasunori Mitsuda do the music for
Your attack power
Button
is
Kaitos as
determined by
well?
the attributes and combinations of your cards, which are randomly dealt from the deck.
The full pantsless experience. I'm sorry, Angel of Grace.
You'll need to make split-second decisions.
It's a little bit too cold to be playing games in my underpants.
What revelations will come
But if
to
I do a
light
Tears of the
in
Kingdom
Sky's
pantsless run this summer, then
below.
I might be wearing my swimming pants, alright?
1 and 2 HD remastered
He's also pantsless in the cutscenes, yes, of course.
Switch this summer.
Link commits to his pantslessness.
Dive into your new fantasy
Farm?
life.
Farm? Farm? Okay.
Live the life you want.
This is
In a new fantasy life game.
this is a different voiceover.
While exploring the once
Say farm.
island,
Say farm.
you'll meet a mysterious
Motoi
girl.
Sakuraba did the composing.
Then travel between past and
Yeah, I'm
present.
going to do some clucking noises through this.
Make the island your own.
I have to kind of get my mind unblown from the fact that Metroid Prime suddenly released. Anyways, what would be a nice track to do some more clucking sounds? Oh. Oh, there were a few Layton fans in the chat lately. Buck Heights. Didn't the creator, like, pass away a while ago? Maybe they have a new creative director.
Wave 4 is
Ooh, yeah.
racing in.
I do like Mario Kart Overkill. Yoshi's Island music!
Yoshi's Island. Brand new course is zooming into Wave 4.
Oh,
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe
this is very
Course
cool.
Pass DLC.
Nintendo doesn't reference Yoshi's Island that much because it's quite old, so I really love this.
Who originally hit
A
the
new
track in
character?
Mario Kart Double Dash is also being added to Wave 4.
Nani? If they also have a Zelda awesomeness at the end of this, this is one of my favorite
More on the
directs.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC
Yoshi's
for the Mario
Island?
Kart 8 Deluxe game races onto the Nintendo Switch system this spring. Active Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack members can enjoy this DLC at no additional cost. The DLC can also be purchased on its own.
Okay, so that's very cool. They have an entire Yoshi's Island track in Mario Kart that wasn't in Tour, as far as I know, and they are also adding new characters to Mario Kart 8. You know what's interesting, by the way? It's already 40 minutes later, so the direct should be ending. That's weird. Hum hum hum. Hum hum. Okay, I'm continuing with my chicken music. There were some suggestions for chicken music earlier. Chicken blight. Oh, sorry. That's enough chicken for now.
This will be our last segment. Please take a look.
Okay. Goosebumps.
Rise, rise, my servants. Sweep over Hyrule. Eliminate this kingdom.
Jack Black as Ganondorf.
Leave no survivors.
Hey, new weird enemies. What?
But Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
Jam. There's some weird stuff going on. Oh, they kept the key change in. Okay, this is a very weird trailer. I love it.
Please, lend him your power.
Stylish. I think her voiceover improved. Still gonna play it in Japanese, of course. If possible.
That was The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, the latest entry in the Legend of Zelda series. In addition to the standard version, a collector's edition of the game containing various items will release on launch day. A new amiibo figure of Link from this game will also be available on the same day. We hope you're looking forward to Link's latest grand adventure. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Okay, I think this is a very fitting trailer. It's got just enough so that you know, okay, this is actually still happening. And there's lots of cool weirdness going on, but it's still very mysterious, so I like that. Let's go over it a little bit, shall we? Yeah, there was lots of new stuff in this. I have to kind of figure out how I can make my window a little bit bigger. This was a very, very good Nintendo Direct, I have to say. The fact that Metroid Prime Remastered just shadow drops is crazy, and then also the Mario Kart stuff. Okay, let's rewind. It's very different. Yeah, I was talking about that with some folks on the interwebs today. Tears of the Kingdom has a very different vibe compared to Breath of the Wild, and I think this trailer kind of confirms that it's much more like contrasty. So Breath of the Wild was kind of subdued, of course, and this seems to be, they go super colorful, and at the same time they go super dark, and they kind of change that up, which is very interesting. And Pikmin, of course, yeah. I recognize the game by the thunder sounds, by the way. This is very Twilight Princess-like to me, these flying flying things. Flying things! I'm not going to pick this apart as much as some of my colleagues may. Just a little bit. This is a very interesting shot as well. So there's a bow goblins there. They seem like they're doing stuff in the tundra plateau.
Rise, rise, my
So far, they have shown mostly that the Hyrule has been kind of corrupted in a way. There used to be a shrine here, so it seems like the shrines have been kind of replaced. I hope they don't wreck Hateno, by the way. Oh yeah, and the Xenoblade. Yeah, this was an excellent direct, especially if you like the Switch is a crazy system for JRPGs. Oh, it seems like the Blood Moon is like a more continuous thing.
Leave no survivors.
It's the same music, by the way, as in the second trailer. Choir is new for these Zelda games, at least. Choir in the music. Yeah, I hope they don't wreck Hateno, because Hateno is my favorite sound. Yeah, I like there's some really creepy looking new monsters in there. Here, there's the Thundercloud. Not sure if you've seen Monster Maze's video on that, but he says that there are lots of weird things happening in the overworld. Redead are back. Yeah, really? That kind of ups the age classification for this game by a lot, because those folks are creepy. Oh, is that a Redead? It's very creepy looking, at least. Like the new enemies. I also have the feeling that they did a lot of updating on the rendering. Like the textures, at least these textures look very good. And I think it's kind of cool that Sheikah tech seems to be corrupted a bit. There's like a big bokoblin there in the middle. This is so ominous. This one, that's a very, very cool looking fella. They have new horns now again, so it seems like horns are constantly changing as well. Chunkoblin. Yeah, the grabby guardian hands, those are nasty. Yeah, I do see some textures that are identical with Breath of the Wild. This is new, the way this grass is rendered, by the way. I think that's looking very beautiful. That's cool that they're dropping in the bokoblins there. This is very similar to a shot from the E3 2016 one. War Chieftain, yeah, exactly. This is a double WTF moment. Like, suddenly there's this Minecraft-looking fella just stomping around. I think this is not on Hyrule, by the way. I think this is on one of the islands. You can see, like, the color scheme seems to be different when you're up in the air as well. Very cool looking golem there. But, yeah, weird. I really like how weird this all is. Minecraft and Zelda? When we dropping, boys?
I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
Maybe we can find the Japanese voices on the YouTube channel. So now we have a nice overview. Yeah, it looks like the islands are very, like fragmented from the looks of it right now, at least. There's another weird thing going on there. There's still not much sign of the underground, right? This is very cool looking, those drawings. No idea what they're gonna do with that, but it's very interesting looking. Looks like Skyloft over there, Aspiring Hero says. Wouldn't surprise me. It would be weird if they didn't at least reference Skyloft in some way.
But I am not sure you...
Yeah, online folks were arguing that this island here looks a little bit like Skyloft. Bon appetit, Graham. Thanks for stopping by.
Able to stop him.
I do hope that there's also some more natural looking sky islands. This is a beautiful shot, by the way. I'm kind of asking myself if this is in Hyrule or if this is a new landmass. Huh. This is very cool, by the way. They're doing some super interesting traversal stuff. Oh, Elias says in the middle left, the cluster looks more like Skyloft. Middle left.
But Link, I am not sure.
Middle left. This one? With the waterfall thing up there then? And this is like the main island? Yeah, possibly. It does look quite a lot like Skyloft. Yeah. This thing is very interesting up here. It has the bridges as well, Alliance Skyhawk says. I love this new enemy design. And also the bow he shoots is kind of weird because he's shooting next to the creature. It's like a homing missile. And this is so awesome that they're kind of giving the shield surfing some extra juice. Can we ride Loft Wings, please? And this is crazy. Oh, there's so much going on here. This is an excellent trailer. Like, is this is just magnesis or is this a different kind of power? I'm not sure what he's using. He's using his hand. Maybe it's more like a telekinesis ability. He's very high up. He's almost as high as Death Mountain here. Hopefully not motion controlled, yeah. Looks like he has normal hands in that shot. Ooh, that's interesting. So maybe there is a before and after part in the story. This looks like a suitably underground location. So that's hope for cool new underground landmasses. And he's using another of those kind of Zonai dragon looking items he also has in the second trailer. This thing. Another Talus, by the way. I really hope that they already showed lots of new enemies, so that's probably going to be fine. Toonford says his hammer thing has the same head. Ah, okay. I also like the look of the new caves. They're really using those luminous stones to their advantage. Yeah, you can see here that it's the same kind of design. So weird weapons, check. Weird new enemies, check. Is this Zelda? Or is it someone different? She's wearing the tunic. That's kind of reminding me of the owl lady, so to say. Sparring Hero says it has the same pattern that the golem thing had in the last trailer. Cruisinator weapon. Is that Hylia? Yeah, it would be nice if we saw Hylia. Because it's kind of a mysterious character, right? She wasn't in the first Zelda games. At least she wasn't in there until Skyward Sword. Then she suddenly was the goddess and stuff. I think this hand is so cool looking, by the way. Yeah, that looks... We'll get to the car. It's kind of goofy, honestly, but... Yeah, I'm kind of looking if there's a UI overlay if he's using the telekinesis power. Yeah, there kind of is. I'm curious if this is just more magnesis or if this is a new kind of power. Oh, so he was pulling the wheel out of the water. This is so silly. I love it. Kind of looking if this stuff is different or not. Rocks in the background and stuff like that. With the dragon heads on the car. And then it almost looks like you can build your own vehicles in a way because it looks so rinky-dinky. Even has headlights, yeah. And weather balloon, I'm sorry, following the news. This balloon is very interesting looking as well. So much stuff. I think this is the best shot of the heavens we get. Digga 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 da da da. What's going on the top of the mountain? Stay away from the USA with that balloon, Link. Like this mountain, that's Death Mountain, right? With stuff. Oh, this mountain. There's like another mountain with a hole in it. I'm kind of asking myself how they, because this looks like it's the Great Plateau, but it's very different looking. Or at least it's quite different looking. Kind of asking myself how they're gonna do that if there's a time jump between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Ulysses says, I think that's the feature, building vehicles. Would make sense in a game like this with so much traversal. So this mountain has a hole in it. That's crazy. And this is like a super vertical stack of islands. Just going up, straight up. Which would make sense with the phasing up power that he has. Which they don't really show here, I think. This is also very ominous looking, this circle. The mountain with the hole in it is around Mount Lanayru. Mount Lanayru, rip. Oh, the pieces could fall from the sky and land in a bog. Yeah, that makes sense. This is so weird. Building your own vehicles, and that's probably maybe then also governed by the physics engine. There's lots of little stuff here in the background that I can't really see because I'm watching this on a small preview window. There's so much sky stuff. Here and there and there and here and here. The circle looks like the Death Star. Oh, Aspiring Hero Games. You were quicker than I was. These shots never get old, but I still hope that there's like genuinely new land masses as well, not just Hyrule. Yeah, something's falling down. Whee! Boink. Looks like the Sky Islands are moving, or is that the camera? So I'm kind of asking myself if this scene is at the beginning of the game, or if there's like a midway point in which the game suddenly shifts. Gucci asks, do you think this is the full Tears of the Kingdom theme when learned on piano? Right now I'm starting to think it is. Yeah, so they have their key change as part of the melody. Of course, I already have an arrangement of that. So if you want to learn it, you can start right now. Death Star Island. Alliance Skyhawk says, well, players already built their own vehicles using metal crates and minecarts. That's true, yeah. See you later, Lazarus. Thanks for stopping by. T-D-D-D. Boink. Boink.
Please, lend him your power.
Lend who? This is a beautiful shot, but I do think it's kind of cute that they're still hiding. They're still hiding just about everything about this game, despite showing some nuggets here and there. Like what happens with Zelda? We're not telling. But this is a beautiful shot, that's for sure. Toom, 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 toom. Elias Skyhawk says, I get the feeling there's a tutorial sort of section before crap hits the fan. I don't think the first bit will be all that long a section. Yeah. It is interesting. Thanks for stopping by, TuneForge. I'm going to bed soon as well. Boing. I want to give this one more playthrough, the entire trailer, and focus on the music a little bit more. His hand in that shot is wrecked. Wrecked. Yeah, man. Ugh. Like it looks like it's ready to fall apart in a way. Ugh. Gnarly.
Please, lend him your power.
Beautiful shot. Very cool. Aspiring Hero says, I think it'll start where the first trailer started with them wandering around underground. That will be a good way to kind of tutorialize the beginning of the game, right? Because underground is an easier place to kind of make it compact and do a tutorial section. But I hope they find a way to make an quote-unquote open tutorial section like they had in Breath of the Wild. One more time.
Please take a look.
This was a very good direct. This is kind of Twilight Princessy, right? With the way the lighting works. And these searchlights and stuff. I'm not sure at all about the timeline of these events. It's a very bright thing there in the middle as well. This is a very cool texture.
Rise, rise, my servants. Sweep over Hyrule. Eliminate this kingdom and her allies. Leave no survivors.
This kind of crazy. Some of the textures the orchestra is doing is very nice. Very different from Breath of the Wild as well. You kind of have to listen through the Hemi voiceover though. It's very Twilight Princessy, yeah. Maybe Link gets punted back into the Shrine of Resurrection for 100 years. I was thinking something among those lines. So maybe the Master Sword gets wrecked in the beginning of the game, and then he ends up somewhere on a sky island with Mrs. Bloopy person, and then turns out that like 5 years have passed or something. That'd be cool. That'd be a way to shake up the overworld. Oh, I hope they don't wreck Hateno Village.
Hyrule, eliminate this kingdom.
Xenomorph said, "It's a loop. This is how Link becomes left-handed again." Hey, Matthew, welcome.
Her allies. Leave no survivors.
And interesting that they got a choir for the soundtrack this time. Hope they do some nice and weird stuff with that. Shmoo, shmoo. This Gerudo probably. There's stuff coming out of the ground, it seemed. And he's inside of sort of a Sheikah thing.
But Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
Shooka-dooka-dook. Bong 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 bang. I could do a piano arrangement of the beginning. The beginning has some cool textures, but I'm not sure if those translate to piano well. The rest are already arranged. So. Shoo-ba-doo, bong bang gong. Homing missile. It's so funny. I'm kind of curious why they made that. And I'm still not sure if I recognize this mountain and these hills over there. That'd really get my enthusiasm going even more if there's actually new landmasses, because we explored Hyrule so much already. And this is such a funny. This is so funny. Car building is funny stuff. The hill in the bow shot is near the park with the horse statue. Okay, right, yeah. Yeah, with the white horse and stuff. Yeah, so far we've been seeing Hyrule regular old Hyrule.
Please, lend him your power.
That was The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, the latest entry.
Yeah, they're
in the
keeping so
Legend of
much on the
Zelda
reps.
series.
It's very cool.
In addition to the standard version, a collector's edition of the game containing...
Question is there a soundtrack with the collector's edition? Because then I'd get it. Like, no question about it. Also, oh, there's the Talus Fort is up there. Steel case.
A new amiibo figure of Link from this game
Digga
will
digga ding
also be
down.
available on the same day.
Ding.
We hope you're looking forward to Link's latest grand adventure.
Ooh, Angel of Grace says Gerudo Desert was the only section that was land connected we couldn't access, and Ganondorf is a Gerudo. That would make a lot of sense. And they haven't shown the desert in any of the teasers, it seems. It was kind of weird that you got a message like you can't go further, like the invisible wall. There's no invisible walls in the game, but there is an invisible wall. Would be nice if you could like cross the desert and then actually reach a new place. Xenomorph says, if they touch Patricia, I'm gonna lose it. Yeah, I'm afraid at least Athena Village is toast. Elias Skyhawk says, I'm even more glad I've taken the afternoon off on 12 May and the entire week as well. Zelda Marathon incoming. You know, that's a nice idea for sure. Aspiring Hero Games also says, time to book my holidays for when it comes out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to space it out myself a little bit, the Zelda-ing. Because I do want to do piano arrangements a lot, of course, when it releases, but I don't want to kind of burn myself out. So try to find a nice way of immersing myself without burning it all out. Folks, thanks so much for stopping by during this loosey-goosey Nintendo Direct reaction stream. This was an excellent Direct for me. Getting to play the Minish Cap, getting to play Metroid Prime, which looked amazing, by the way. Yoshi's Island Love in Mario Kart 8, and extra characters in Mario Kart 8, which implies that they're being more ambitious with the expansion pack, which is also great. And a nice morsel of Zelda. Yeah. This was an evening well spent, and I'm glad you spent it all with me. It was a pity there were so few farming games for Aspiring Heroes, I do agree. Thank you all. I didn't have anything planned for Friday just yet. I wanted to do a piano arrangement. Just a regular old piano arrangement. I was kind of waiting for the Direct. Doesn't seem to be too much. Maybe I'll do a Metroid Prime piano arrangement of the great... I think I probably will do that. There's not a whole lot of new material in the Zelda stuff that I can do much with, so it might be Metroid Prime. Hey, Komorebi! I'm just about to leave, but you can say you catched it live, and then you can scroll back. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you soon. And now I'm going to bed. If I can find the right buttons to turn the stream off. Yeah, have a good day, everybody, or night, or good night, and all that kind of stuff. Thanks, bye.